Hello, welcome to Demon Interviews, episode 153. I'm your host, shockingly, Springy, and joining us today on our 153rd episode, because I already said the number, but it's been that long, is our lovely guest.
Hello, I am Elizabeth, though online I often go by Liz, because it's short and sweet and to the point.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I highly appreciate it. Sorry if I sound like I'm talking like Venom at any point.
Oh, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, is how are you doing today?
Doing all right. Had my D&D today. Didn't cry too much. So, you know,
Always the goal.
always. Somebody else cried, but it wasn't me today.
Was it because of you, or was it...
No!
Okay,
Wait,
good.
one part of it might have been slightly because of me.
Ah,
Okay.
well, that's always fun. Um, have you ever been interviewed like this before?
I haven't. I've done, I had a friend who did a virtual panel interview type thing on an Instagram Live when
Mm-hmm.
MomoCon didn't happen in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but never anything like this
Official.
format. Yeah, the official.
A
Yeah,
quote unquote official. Um,
yeah. No, I
well,
was a friend I
we're...
was supposed to be in a cosplay group with, so we
Yeah,
did our own little panel.
awesome. Well, we're happy to introduce you to the world of interviewing. Rainbow graphic that I never put because I don't edit things and I don't want to pay my editor.
That's
Um,
fair.
next question is going to be... I have the list 2 feet in front of me. For some reason, my brain is blanking on the words that are 2 feet from my face.
That's okay. It's a Friday. It's been a long week.
Oh yeah, yep. You don't know half. On my side, but uh, so people can assume from the picture of the thumbnail, the past guests, if they are coming from your social media platforms, they do know that you are a cosplayer. Do you have any other new cosplays planned to do that you're able to tell us about without me giving you a small fee of $5?
uh Right now, I am working on a bunch of different small cosplays. I have a friend who does a Costober prompt list.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of just coming up with lots of different things for that. Some of it is like cosplays I was going to do anyway, and now just I'm getting done a little faster. One of them is what I'm really looking forward to because it's my D&D character in her new
Ooh.
level 10 look, and I'm very excited because I'm going to shoot it with a photographer I've been wanting to work with for forever. Some of them are just like silly little Disney animal closet cosplays, uh, and just taking pictures. Yeah. So a bunch of different little things that don't really like it's almost hard to list all of them because
Yeah.
it's several and they're not like actual cosplays cemented in my brain.
Ah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So I'm excited for my Costober this year though, because I actually started planning in advance instead of like the end of September.
Ah,
So I get real pictures this year instead of selfies on my phone in my backyard.
ooh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And since this episode will be coming out in, I think, the last week of October or almost last week of October, go check that out.
Hey.
As of right now, it is the very earliest of September. So
Yeah.
go check that out because it'll be the very latest of October when this comes out. So
Look at
go
that
check that out.
timing.
Exactly, right? Perfect. Uh, definitely 100% planned, not just an easy coincidence. Um,
Oh yeah, for sure.
so next question is: would you rather eat Cheetos or go on a hike?
Depends on the Cheetos. If it's crunchy Cheetos, I'm probably gonna have to go with the Cheetos. But if it's the puffs, I like hiking. It's just it can be difficult because like going up the trail is great, but then you get there and it's beautiful and you have to come down.
Yeah, completely understandable. 100%. Like
Can I
my
eat
town.
Cheetos on a hike?
Hey, I mean that's the secret third answer.
Ta-da! We
I mean
broke the
technically the
system. Oh
secret.
no.
technically the secret fourth answer is just lay on the couch and eat Doritos. But I mean, nobody said that one yet.
Oh.
So I mean, because that has nothing to do with the question. So it's probably good nobody put that. Uh, and yeah, I can understand about the hiking, even though my physique is not looking like I've ever gone hiking my whole life ever. But I actually live in a town where it's like that's the main thing you come here for. And it's like I've done it.
Neat. We used to go hiking a lot when I was in college. Had a lot of waterfalls nearby, so that was
Hmm,
fun.
awesome. Well, I'm just giving something a quick little double check here before
You're
I
good.
continue talking, because okie dokie artichoke. What is one thing about getting in? What is the hardest thing about getting into one of your cosplays? I was combining two questions in my head. I'm sorry.
Um, those moments where you didn't account for the fact that there would be multiple layers on,
Hmm.
and like the top layer is just a little difficult to get into, or when you do your body paint before you put your costume on. And it's a very precarious situation. And if you forget to put your shoes on first before some things. Because, like my
Yeah,
Jester cosplay, I have to put my boots on before my corset goes on, or I can't get to my boots.
yeah. I've recently had the experience of very hard chest piece to put on, and I will be having the experience of face paint soon. Um,
It's fun. Oh, it's so much fun. Once you try it the first time, it's addicting. It's like a
yeah,
tattoo.
yeah. It's like a non-permanent tattoo, just like those small
Yeah,
ones you get in like little cereal boxes.
there you go.
Do you even get those from cereal boxes? I hope not.
Probably not anymore.
Wow, that went off track real fast. My
That's
brain does
okay.
not is late on a
Okay.
Friday, so my brain is
My
like,
brand was
no.
off track, so
Yeah, my brain just likes off the track, and that's why I have a list of questions 2 feet from my face, and even that doesn't help.
oh
Um,
goodness.
so
I have a dog who's trying to escape, so
ah, makes sense. Um, how many? Sorry, have you gone to any conventions before?
oh yes. I'm so excited for them to come back. I was at Dragon Con yesterday and am going back tomorrow. So
Ooh,
I'm excited. And then Hallmat is one that I'm going to for the second time this year. And then
ooh,
MomoCon is one of my favorites, along with
awesome.
Anime Weekend Atlanta. Atlanta has a lot of good cons.
Ah, that's also where like the Walking Dead films. So I mean,
Yeah. And like Loki was filmed like in the hotel that they have Dragon Con in, or one of the hotels they have Dragon Con in. So
ooh,
there were a lot of Lokis
that doesn't
at
shock
Dragon Con
me.
yesterday.
The amount that shocks me. It's like those memes, like for like Halloween. It's like you and then like the like billions of like Harley Quinns that one year, billions of clowns another
Yeah,
year. That type, I assume it's that type of thing going on because
yeah. Plus,
Loki
like
was
you're
already.
at the TVA, you have to be Loki.
I mean, exactly. Plus, I mean, Loki was
There was
already a
one
popular
Mobius.
character. Yeah, Loki was already a popular character,
Oh
and then just
yeah,
shove the fact that anyone can look like Loki and it'll be canon.
yes.
Then just made it not worse, but more prevalent. That's the word
I
for it.
always love that at
Yeah.
conventions though, like going and seeing like the trends of every year and like seeing them move on, and then the people who are like, "Screw it, I still want to dress like this character."
It's not just a phase for me.
Yeah. Yes.
um. So next up is that you actually already answered one of them.
Oh,
Uh, but what is your favorite convention memory that you have?
there are a few contenders. One was meeting Dante Bosco and him saying he liked my Airbender cosplay. And then we were at this little convention in Alabama, and we had driven down there, and I was putting the finishing touches on my cosplay, like on my makeup, I think,
Mhm.
in the bathroom. And this little girl came in who I was dressed as Marie from the Aristocats, and this little
Oh.
girl came in who also had whiskers painted on and like little cat ears, and she like got really excited and smiled really big and like pointed at her face and then pointed at me. And I was
Aw.
like, yeah, we're twins. And it was one of my favorite things. It was so precious. And
That.
then dressing with my friend as the Wiggles with my friends one
Oh,
year. And the
nice.
voice actor that I went to say to get a picture with, asking if he could get a picture with us for his 3-year-old because we
That's
were the
the
Wiggles.
dream. That's the
That's the
dream right
dream.
there.
That's where I peaked.
um, so now I have to say the stereotypical YouTube thing of don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon. If you have any questions for our lovely guest here, put them in the comments section below. If you ever get them back on the show, we'll ask them your appropriate questions. Jackson, I just say names now. That's part of it.
Oh,
I don't know. Just to freak out that one person.
I
Um,
love it. I love it.
you. It'd be funny if like they're typing something inappropriate and they're like Jackson. How would they know I was doing that? That one time, I swear, it's
One
gonna
time it's
happen.
gonna happen.
One of these days. Uh, and don't forget to follow our lovely guests on all social media platforms. There'll be a way to get to all of them in the description below. Nailed it.
Beautiful.
I've been nailing it recently, and I'm
Crushed it.
proud of myself. I used to switch description and comment section back and forth. Just be like, put your question in the description below. I'm like, that's not right. Guess I'm like,
But
I
hey,
can
if
do,
they managed it, would be really impressive.
I, and scary. Um, so the next question is coming from a past guest, a Mr. Zoom, what the hell, underscore 2028. Bacon? Question mark.
I think it's a little overhyped.
Mm.
I'm all for some good bacon. I don't like it too crispy. And I also don't think it should be on everything or flavored in everything.
Bacon
Yeah.
flavored things. That's crossing a line that nature never intended. Um,
Definitely on cheeseburgers, though, with
uh,
barbecue.
bacon jam is amazing.
I haven't had it, but that sounds great.
It is. It's the thing the fancy place here, and it's amazing.
Hmm.
And it goes on a burger. It's delicious.
That's a good way to use bacon.
Exactly. Uh, next question coming from the same past guest. It's even longer, more complicated. Peanut butter question mark.
Oh, yes, on everything.
Mm.
Creamy on everything. Almost everything, but almost
But the next
everything.
question is bacon and peanut butter question mark.
I mean, I guess I could see like because I like peanut butter on my bagels. So I could see like peanut butter on a bagel and then bacon on the side, but not like peanut butter and bacon. Peanut butter and bacon, but not peanut butter and
There's a distinction because one of them has a comma and the other one doesn't. You
bacon.
decide in the comment section which one's which.
Yeah.
Just like a bunch of questions about bacon now. So, um, next up
Yeah.
is going to be: would you keep a pet zombie or would you kill it?
No, no, that freaks me out. Not happening. Nope.
No.
We went to Spirit Halloween yesterday and they had like this little animatronic zombie that you could hear throughout the whole store and I was like,
Nope.
nope,
Just a
nope.
bag of nopes.
Just a big old bag of nopes. I could never.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like opening the store and turning that thing on and there not being anybody there for like 20 minutes and it's just you and that
Thing.
zombie? No.
It'd be even creepier if you didn't turn it on, and you're the only one in the store. Um,
Oh, gosh.
Nightmare Fuel from Demon Interviews.
You're welcome.
And hey, it's almost by the time this comes out, it's almost Halloween, so I mean, it works.
Yeah, yeah. It's
We're
on
on
point.
theme. On
Yeah.
theme, 100% on point. Any other slang words for that? Um, no matter what era you're from. Uh,
Yep.
who is your biggest cosplay inspiration or inspirations if you have multiple?
Oh gosh, I have several. Nimble Nor is one of I have followed them since before I was a cosplayer, and their detail work and their just like the vast array of skills that they have, and like the way they can either just bust something out, or they can spend like 4 months on the same project, and just it's amazing. Plus they have cats. Um, and then the Wizard Taylor and his wife Hobbit Party are, again, just immaculate craftsmanship, and like they do some of the most creative and funny cosplays, but they also do like these amazingly detailed and like as close to screen accurate as they can get. They did a few Game of Thrones cosplays a couple of years ago that were
Ooh.
just gorgeous. Um, and then, like, honestly, there's several that I could go through a list of. I love to see my friends and what they come up with, and I'm like, "You're amazing!" And they like make me want to do more.
Yeah.
And we'll come up with really silly ideas to do together, or really serious ideas to do together. But those that one and that duo are probably probably my biggest like inspiration and like goals.
Awesome. Well, who from social media, it could be any social media, it doesn't matter, would you like to do an IRL collaboration with? You know, let that be a video, a photo shoot, so on, so forth, whatever you come up with, pretty much.
Oh gosh. Can I just say all of my friends? I just want all of my friends in one place at one time with us cosplaying from something together that we all love. Probably Critical Role. But like anybody in particular. Oh, I feel like I just had a name and it left. If I could cosplay with Nor, I would die
Hmm.
of happiness. Um
More power to it.
uh
Not the dying.
and then there's just like my friend Jess
Mhm.
Inukaz, who I love collaborating with her. I already get to all the time and I love it. We have so many plans, and they
Oh, I
range
feel that.
from silly childhood nostalgia to like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we actually get to do this, to like, we worked really hard on this and this is like awesome.
Yes.
So
And don't forget to check out that episode, and hopefully I'll remember to put it right there.
I don't know which way
It,
to point. I'll just do this.
I think up there. I think it's that way technically.
Pointing the right way.
I think it's supposed to be the
Sometimes
other way. I think it's over there. I think.
I got
It's
it
probably
there
already
somewhere.
gone. I probably put it too early or too late, or maybe it's not there yet. Maybe I forgot. Maybe it's not there at all. If I can remember the number off the top of my head, I would say it, but I can't. Um, hopefully I'll remember to put that there. Since it's gonna be probably uploading this today or tomorrow anyway, so I'll probably remember.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I remembered one after like a month, so I mean I can probably remember after a day, maybe.
That's
Um,
fair.
so what is one thing you want people to know about the characters that you cosplay as?
Ask the question again.
What is one thing you want people to know about the characters you cosplay as?
Probably just that if I'm cosplaying it, it makes me happy in some way.
Mhm.
Either I've dreamed about making this dress since I was, or wearing this dress since I was a little girl, and now I have the ability to make it and wear it, or it's silly and it makes me smile, or you know what? I just want to be a Disney cat sometimes.
Yeah, more
So
power
yeah,
to it. More power to
and
it.
it makes me happy, and I hope that it makes other people happy as well.
Yeah,
Seeing somebody bring to life a character that they forgot existed or loved when they were a kid or something like that.
yeah,
Or like be like, "Hey, we cosplay this character. Like we both cosplay this character. Let's talk about how much we love them."
Yes,
So,
that's always fun.
oh my gosh. I have DMs with people on Instagram where we're just like screaming about characters.
I feel you. I feel you there. Don't worry about it. So, next up is going to be: have you ever created any cosplays as a suggestion, like a friend or a fan suggested you should be this character, and then you went through and did it?
Yes. Actually, what I'm wearing to DragonCon tomorrow is one of those. It's one of my collaborations with Jess. It's the Dodger from it's Dodger from Oliver and Company.
Oh,
Um, and I'm sure there have been others. I think some of the ones we're doing from Hallmat, it was Jess was like, "I'm gonna do this," and I said, "What if I did this?" So it was like inspired by her, not necessarily
yeah.
suggested. And I've done like the little question boxes on Instagram where it's like,
Mm,
suggest things for me to cosplay, and I'll look into it. And I've done a couple of those just as like putting together pieces that I had already. I
yeah.
don't think any of them actually like panned out into full cosplays. Um, but yeah, I normally I'm gonna cosplay a character because I love them and want to bring them to life or
Mm-hmm.
just want to wear their pretty clothes. But it's also really fun to like bring a character. Like I said, I love bringing characters to life for other people to like see and enjoy. So
Yeah.
I'll sometimes do at least something.
Yeah. Awesome. Ah, I moved my head too quickly and it made me dizzy for a second.
That'll
Um.
do it.
Next up is going to be: what do you think is the biggest misconception about you and or your cosplays?
Hmm. I would say that all my cosplays are only cute characters because I can't do serious characters, but I don't think that's a misconception. Oh, I don't know if this counts as a misconception, but a lot of people think I'm younger than I
I think it counts.
am. I
Yes.
yeah, I think that's the biggest one. Is like I worked with somebody for almost a year and she thought I was like 6 years younger than I am. And like we had talked about things that would mean that I'm older than she thought I was, but she just nope.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess that's kind of one of them.
Awesome. Hey, I mean, at least that's one of the good ones. I mean, at least it wasn't like 6 years older.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, people I
uh,
used to work with told me that I would be grateful for it one day, but now I'm just like, I just want people to know I'm a grown up. Yeah.
I can understand that. Um, who is your favorite character to cosplay as?
Oh, that's hard. That's really hard. Uh, I think my favorite one to put on for the first time was my Jester, because I think that was probably one of the ones I had worked on the longest. And the first time that I actually put everything on together was at the convention, and I just danced through the hallways to get to the elevators. I was so excited to cosplay her. Plus, it's just so fun. A lot of the characters I cosplay are really obscure or like just not recognized because they're not very common or they're like Disney movies from the 1970s or like this one really obscure character on a Nickelodeon show. Uh, but like with Jester, there's this huge community who like know who she is and they'll be like, "Hey, I love your Jester cosplay," and they'll start talking about moments from Critical Role that we loved, or like, "Are you going to the meetup tomorrow?" "Yeah, I'll see you there." Yay! So I think in that aspect, Jester is definitely one of my favorites. The other contender would probably be my Airbender because it was like one of the first projects that I made almost everything. And it was my first time actually cosplaying at a convention.
Hmm.
And it was one of those like childhood dream fulfillments. Plus, it's really comfortable.
That's I'm just thinking about three that are 2 feet from my face, and I can feel that real bad. um, Next up is going to be. Did we do? Okay, we have 2 more questions on the list, and then
Okay.
shockingly, we have more on my head because that's shocking, right? First is going to be. How are you and some of the characters you cosplay alike, and how are you different?
I tend to cosplay a lot of like smiley characters.
Mm.
I cosplay several musical characters too. Like one of my favorites is Marie from the Aristocats, and like I have a degree in vocal performance, and she sings in her movies. So like, it's that's fun. Um, and then a lot of them are just they're characters that like there's often something in them that I see that either I see in myself and that's how I connect with them, or like I see something in them that I want to see more of in myself.
Mm.
Uh, a big one of those is my D&D characters. I love to cosplay my D&D characters. Partly because I can't draw, and the only way for me to show like what my D&D character looks like in my brain is to cosplay them and like put it all together. Uh and there's often like the one who will forgive people but also like she holds them accountable to
Mm-hmm.
the things that they've done, and I have a really hard time with that, honestly. Like I've very much like I'm I see in her the strength that I want for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the things in me that aren't quite as prevalent as I wish they were sometimes. And playing those characters and then cosplaying those characters really like it helps me to see that in myself and see where it could be more in me. Does that make sense? Is that a
Yeah,
lot?
it
Did I
makes sense.
ramble?
Nah, you're fine. That makes sense to me. I mean, like all like one at a time. So the point about like because I cannot draw either. Like literally, I hired people to draw for me.
Oh,
Um.
I love getting permission of my characters.
Oh God, me too. I've been
It's
getting
amazing.
commissions about like Five Nights at Freddy's and a Japanese Power Ranger combination
Ooh.
recently, and I love them. I love them so much. I have different forms. Oh, I love them. But for like my D&D, I so far I'm that many campaigns, but I do cosplay my character of Dawn, and I love him. He crazy old man. He
I love it.
who he's a crazy old man who has to carry around a talking skull that only he can hear. So he seems even crazier. Um,
I love it.
and he's a human old man, so it's like it's okay, Grandpa. Even though there's like an elf who's technically older than him, it's like okay, Grandpa. You're
Bless
older than
him.
me. Yeah, he's crazy. He if you knew him, you would not say bless him. You'd be like, oh God, he's a nut job.
Valid.
Uh yeah. Um, but the last question from the list is coming from a past guest and Ultra Geek Cosplay. Ultra Geek singular or not? Yeah, cosplay. Brain hurt bad. Pepsi or Coke?
Neither. If I drink a
Secret
soda, it's
fourth.
Sprite,
Secret
or
fourth answer.
sometimes root beer. But no, I think Pepsi is, well, let me see. I think Coke is really gross and Pepsi is worse. I will drink like
Proprietary.
vanilla Coke, which is weird to me that I will drink vanilla Coke or cherry Coke, even though I don't like cherry flavors and I don't like Coke. If you put them together, I guess it tastes enough like Dr. Pepper that like I'll drink it.
You you're just listing off secret answers. Like I mean, like you said the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth.
the, the
Only
the
the
answer to the
vanilla and
question is
cherry kind.
neither.
Okay, so that's like the secret fourth answer, I guess, because the secret
Yeah.
third is both. So
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There are people who drink both.
yeah, I mean, I do. I don't care.
Really?
Yeah. To me, they taste the same or similar
Hmm.
enough to where I don't care. Wherever's on
See, I'm
sale.
from Georgia, so like Pepsi is just no.
More power to it. I mean, go that. More power to you. Here we're like, I don't care. Just hand me one of them. I'm thirsty. Which one was on
Valid.
sale? Hand it to me.
A valid answer.
Yeah. So now we're going to go on to the final 4 questions that are not on the list, so I don't have to look off to the side like crazy person any longer. First question is going to be: do you have any questions for me as an individual or about the show in general?
What made you start wanting to interview cosplayers?
Let me lean back and tell ye a tale of the far for 2 years of like 2.5 years ago, almost 3. Jesus Christ. It was a dark, gloomy night. It was just a night. Um, in late December. It was midnight in California. It was 3 a.m. and in New Jersey, where my co-host, or used to be, well, he's still technically co-host. He's just not as big as a co-host as he used to be. Anyhow, I was texting him. I asked him, "Hey, do you want to start a YouTube channel?" He was like, "Sure." And then, like, I was like, "We're gonna interview people." He was like, "Okay." And like, because we were like, "Oh, we gotta have like 2 people, and it's gonna be done." Like, you know, uh, little did we know that 153 episodes later, I would still be doing this.
Hey.
And interviewing cosplayers specifically kind of just evolved because like we used to be called like the people behind the TikTok demons or whatever the fuck. I never remembered it, and I was the one who made it.
Oh,
Um,
funny.
so it was like mainly like people who did like demon original characters on TikTok, and they're like, we ran out,
Gotcha.
we ran out of people,
Ha ha ha.
we ran out of people, and the other people did not answer us, so we had to have more people, and thus we just kind of spread out from there. You
Gotcha.
you'll see in a minute that we also do take suggestions and stuff, and we ask for them at the end of each episode and stuff. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anything else?
Cool. I think that's it.
Cool, 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 cool. Well, now on
I'm
to the
really
final.
bad at coming up with questions until like 3 days after I have the opportunity to ask them.
Oh well, you're gonna hate one of the next 3 ones then. Um,
Oh,
because the next one's going to be: do you have any questions for our future guests?
cats or dogs? The easy
Cats.
one. The
Again, it
uh
has like 4 answers: yes, no, one
both
or the
neither.
other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh let me think. Okay. So like things that cosplay, what are some things that cosplay got you into? Like different hobbies like pin collecting or figurine collecting or leather making that you never thought you would have done, but then you started cosplaying and you were like, I need
I need this talent, and now
this. I need this. Listen, when quarantine started, I bought like so much leatherworking stuff because I had seen it and it's so cool and I wanted to learn how to do it. And then I got sick. And I was like, by the time I could do it, I kind of lost the drive. I still have the stuff and I'm going to learn it one day, but
yeah,
not while I live on the 3rd floor of an apartment because, you have to like hammer things a lot.
that'd be fun. Fun
Yeah,
complaints. Uh, so next up is going to be: would you ever like to come back to the show in the future?
I would. This has been fun.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
good, because we have you scheduled for 16 more things
Oh,
tomorrow.
perfect.
Um, Perfect day for it,
Perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Uh, so last question for today is: I almost said the same one twice. Who would you like to see on the show in the future?
Hmm. So I have an Instagram friend who is one of those people that I scream with characters about, and who is another. He's just one of those that like is one of those on the list that inspires and like
Mm-hmm.
the rate at which this person could spit out a costume and it looks impeccable is amazing. And they're also the ones who does the Costober prompt list is J Phoenix Cos. It's really cool.
Awesome. Well, we'll write their username down and we'll contact them and hope that won't take 3 years for them to answer, because that happens with people sometimes. We still
I mean,
have,
I took a while.
to this day, to this day, we still have people who have not answered us.
Oh.
Yeah. But on that fun note, uh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and don't forget to follow Lovely Guests on all the social media platforms. And at least I will see you, stare right into the camera, in the next video. Bye bye.